All right, let's get it. What is going on, guys? It is Smiles here. Welcome to the second episode of Rollin Up. Today we have another amazing guest in the whip with me. We got Mayce.
Yo,
what's going on,
good?
my guy?
How you doing, bro?
I'm absolutely fantastic. We got a beautiful day for a cruise.
I know.
It's about to be sunset. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. You know, life's good. Every day here, can't complain. You know what I mean?
How long are you in the city for?
Shoot, I'm leaving on. Well, I have a show Friday in Jersey, and then I'm moving to LA on Sunday. So
that's gonna be crazy.
Till Sunday, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. The LA. Is that a permanent move? Like that's where you're going, or are you just gonna go feel it out for a little while?
I'm doing a year. I'm
Okay.
like, my whole thing is like, I'm not afraid of a change of scenery, and that's really why I'm doing it. You know, I kind of just needed a change of scenery. Did the New York thing. I was like, all right, let's try LA. So I was like, I'll do a year. If I love it, I'll stay. If I hate it, I'm not married to it. You know what I mean? So,
how long did you live in New York for?
4 years. Yeah, I went to school in New York. So
Okay.
Yeah, I was just stuck in. I wouldn't say stuck because I did love it. Like New York, I would say like if I could justify it with the music, I would have stayed. Like I love New York. I love New York.
Were you right in like Manhattan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Where'd you go to school?
Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like 25 minutes from Times Square.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And you went to school for what?
Finance.
Super.
That I'll never use. Got my degree and got up out of there. I'll see y'all.
Bro, when I was going to school, like I did one semester of marketing, but at the time, bro, I was just like was not trying to hear all that. Like I didn't even want to be in school. I was just doing it to do it. And like now looking back, bro, if I would have stayed in marketing, that shit would have given me such
probably would have been helpful,
bro.
Yeah.
It would have been, but at the time I was like, bro, who cares about websites and traffic and this? And I'm just trying to like rap and get high, and that's all I wanted to do. And now looking back, it's like, damn it.
Yeah, now you're like, damn, I need to think about websites and traffic.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I do every single day.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about being in New York?
I love the speed of it. I love how every day, like you step outside and every day feels different.
Yeah.
It's a night, like I will say, like the thing about Pittsburgh that I do enjoy about being here is that it's a nice switch up from New York in that like it's not anarchy every time you step outside, but it does get boring like if you're here for too long, in my opinion. Whereas in New York, it's like if you try to do something, bro, just go outside. You can walk into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can run into something.
You could go to a different restaurant or a different club every single day.
If you never would run out.
You'd never run out.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like just like the stuff you see be funny. Like I remember my first day in New York, I put my bags down. I was like, all right, I'm hungry. Went outside to get food, and there was just a trash can on fire. Just on the corner, just on fire, like fully on fire. I was like, nah, this is like that.
Bro, New York, I love New York. I've been there probably, I would say like 15, 20 times or something. Like I used to take the mega bus.
Oh yeah.
You just order it a month in advance, and it's $1 there. It's $1 back or whatever. And bro, we used to just go and have that most fun. You just go and just see what you're gonna get into for the day. Like you said, you walk outside, like
no plan, just stumble outside.
And see what's up. I'm with the guys. I'm with some friends, and like we'll go grab a drink somewhere, grab something to eat to start the day off, and then you just see what happens, bro. And it's like there's a million things to do. Even if you go sit in the park, you're gonna see something wild.
You're gonna end up running into something.
Yep, or somebody. Like
I
bro, so many times like we'd be out and like smoking, and somebody be like, "Oh, bro, you smoke? Like, let's smoke." All right, cool. So you roll up or whatever, and they'll just be like, "Oh, I'm going to a club tonight, or I'm going to this place tonight. You guys should come meet us." All right, cool. And then you go, and it's the most
it's the coolest thing ever,
wildest shit ever.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, New York is it's one of those places where it's like, I feel like what you say with LA, I could probably do like 2 years there, work, see how it goes, music and stuff like that, and then if I liked it, but it is hectic, bro.
It does get exhausting. It never stops. Like, and you don't realize that it's like one of those things where you don't even realize how exhausting it gets until you leave and come back. You know what I mean? Like I'll leave, come back here for a little bit, and then I'd go back and be like, the sirens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it started driving you crazy, but it was a good experience. Like I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Would you go back to New York? Like for a long time?
Yeah, if the vibe was right. I love Southern California. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see myself leaving yet. But I did love New York. Like if I could afford to live cool in New York, because I wouldn't want to just be like slumming. Like it'd be cool slumming it for me, but like by the time I go back, I'd assume I have like a family and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to have a family in New York if I'm not like already balling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you can't do that, bro. Like I watch those Instagram videos where they show like what am I looking to say? Studio, like where it's the smallest
bro,
studio, like
shoeboxes,
2,300 a month or something like
Your
that.
dog mad as shit because ain't no grass.
Yep.
Just a bunch of.
Yeah, you gotta be balling to live in New York like that, or at least live there comfortably
Comfortably,
without
sure.
roommates and being in a shoebox.
Yeah.
Because even like my one friend lives in Queens and she's pretty far out there, but even her place, it's like she got 3 roommates and they still pay like $13 a month each. Yeah. Which is like Pittsburgh rates. That's fine, but you're also getting probably like a 4-bedroom house for that same price.
Real life,
and
it's not nearly as damn loud.
I swear. Although Carson Street, man, like I've been on Carson for so long, it's like, bro, it's just something different.
Yeah.
And all night. Now where I'm at now is a little bit more quiet, but before it was like, bro, 4 a.m. you're still hearing all types of screaming, walking around, gunshots every weekend, bro. Like, just goofiness. Goofy. What are you looking forward to most about LA, do you think, bro?
I feel like just meeting new people. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to ever get comfortable in terms of like my network and like who I'm working with and stuff. I feel like I'm at the point now in Pittsburgh where like I pretty much, even if I haven't worked with everybody, I've crossed paths with a lot of the people that like move stuff here. And it's cool like when I'm here to be able to call you up and be like, yo, like let's get some work in or whatever. But I'm not gonna just be complacent with it or whatever. So
Absolutely.
I think most importantly, I'm just excited for the change of scenery, the new opportunities and people and stuff. I mean, the weather's a plus.
Plus.
You know what I mean? I get my car back because I didn't have a car in New York. So
yeah, you gotta have a car out in LA.
Have to,
bro. That shit is different out there. Like, even to get to one little spot, like you can't Uber because Uber's, bro. You spend your rent in a week, bro. Uber's
the craziest thing about it. The craziest thing about it is there's no rhyme or reason either. Like, you could look at your phone and be like, all right, 15 minutes, cool, and then 15 minutes later you look again, it's an hour and a half to get there. I'm like, it just at 1 p.m. like. Both directions, doesn't matter.
That's
like,
what we made the mistake. We were like, oh, studio's 15 minutes away, bet. But we looked at like 3:30 in the morning or something like that. We didn't think anything of it. And then when it was time to go to the studio, we're like, it's 50 minutes away. Like, what happened? Miserable.
That I would say that's my least favorite thing. Like the traffic doesn't bother me, but the fact that you can't predict it bothers me. Like you can predict Pittsburgh traffic. Like at a certain time it's going this direction. At another time it's going that direction.
Other than 376.
Yeah,
like,
other than
like
376
is just always busy coming into the city or going out, like right at that little thing. But everywhere else, bro, it's very easy to figure it all out. LA, we like. It was crazy though, because when we went, like my favorite thing about LA was when the last time we were there, we did a video shoot for EBAC was doing a video for this guy Clayton Christopher, and we did it out in the desert. They like rented this space that had like crashed airplanes and helicopters and an old school like Fallout style like gas station, and we drove and it's like all this traffic, LA, everything, and then boom, it just goes away and it's mountains and desert and you're just there. Like
California is great,
bro. It's incredible. I absolutely love it out there. It's definitely a big change of pace though from pretty much anywhere else, because like at least to me, everybody out in LA that we run into is doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody out there that's kind of half-assing or just like you have to go so hard with it, and it makes it easier in a lot of ways. I feel like to just get content done or just get shit done,
to get anything in general done.
You can call up here if you need a studio session at 2 a.m. Right? I'm in bed. There might be 2-3 other engineers or studios that you could hit up that might be around and willing to take you if they're not already in a session. Out there, it's like
everybody.
Right, you got a Rolodex of people. You can and everybody is awake all the time, ready to work. And the Ozempic out there, boy. I'll tell you what. When we went out there, bro, I was out there with all these guys, and they're like, "Look at all these bad bitches. Look at these bad bitches." I did not see one bad bitch out there, bro. They were so skinny. Their legs were too thick.
They was on the Ozempic.
That's what they said. They had an Ozempic party at the one spot that they went to.
An Ozempic party?
Because all the bitches were so skinny.
Oh, I thought it was really. I was like, yo!
Like, all turning up. Let's go inject it real quick. Shoot it in my ass for me. But no, I'll tell you what. L.A., I saw no bad bitches. Atlanta is the baddest of the baddest bitches, bro. Atlanta is, oh my goodness. It's
I will say though, Miami, but Miami's scary.
Miami is different though.
Miami's scary, but
you wake up in a bathtub on ice. Bro, if you just the wrong the wrong female down there. You wake up missing a kidney and some other shit.
Miami for sure, but it's scary. Atlanta more regular for surely. Atlanta's definitely more regular.
See, because Atlanta, they're from down there.
Yeah,
they're from Atlanta. You got some nice country girls, some nice, you know what I mean? Some nice they're from down there. Miami, bro. You don't know. The same with LA. You don't know where anybody's
New York
from, bro.
too.
New
It's
York.
all.
But see, New York though, I feel like a lot of women with pride go to New York.
Yeah, no,
I
love
know what
New
I
York.
mean.
New York is more solid than most cities in general.
Even with all the other shit, like as big as New York is, bro, it's nowhere near as bad. It's like as far as like wild shit, LA, and LA because it's unpleasant.
That's the thing too. Like I was telling people, like in New York, everybody's like, "Oh, New York's dangerous," blah, blah, blah. But like you can feel the energy shift in New York when something's about to happen. You're like, "All right, it's time to get out of here."
Yep.
In LA, it always feels like that.
You
everywhere.
But that's the thing. I see that footage, and it's people just like sitting eating their lunch.
Yeah.
And somebody just comes up and robs them for they're watching the purse that his
in
girl
broad
has on.
daylight.
Bro, broad day.
Yeah.
New York, they got at least the decency to wait till you're in a back alley, but like wait till nighttime to try to stab you or something like that. Be a gentleman about it. So what's it been like, bro? Opening up for Bret Michaels and them, bro.
Yeah, no, Bret. First of all, like I have nothing negative to say about Bret Michaels. Absolute legend. Like the coolest. Like for somebody who's done and seen as much as he's done and seen, like you would think he would be like kind of a jerk, and he's the nicest guy on the planet. Like I was telling people, I was like, they must have the happiest tour in America because like literally like every like 10 minutes somebody was like stopping in like, yo, you need anything? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like you could have put me on the street and called me when I was down to get on, and that'd have been cool. But no, it was just a super dope experience. Like just to be on stage in a different environment than I'm usually on stage, because it's usually like smaller crowds, more like I wouldn't say rowdier, but like more of like a rap, like a stereotypical like rap audience.
Crowd too. I mean,
whereas this was more of just like everybody's here to have a good time. The energy was more positive. It was a great experience. On top of just the fact that anytime I get to get on stage, like I love it. You know what I mean?
How did it make you feel though, like being in front of such a different crowd? Because I mean, I would assume in general, most of his fans are probably like in the 40 plus range. Like
it once I was on stage, it didn't, like once I was there, it didn't cross my mind at all. But it was definitely something to think about in terms of like preparing for the show. In terms of like, all right, first of all, what am I gonna play? You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna play my gutter rage rap stuff to a 55 and up crowd if that's what it's gonna be. I didn't know what it was gonna look like when I took it.
That's scary.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, so I'm gonna do something generally that like I think will hit anywhere, which it did, which was nice. And then just like you have to think like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna wear? Because it's like you have to think about the experience as a whole and not just like me on stage with a mic. There's more to it than that. It's it's the way you move on stage and you command people's attention too. So there was a lot of thought going into it, but like once I was there and I got a good look at the crowd, like when people were opening and stuff, and I just kind of looked out to see what it looked like. Once I saw it, I was like, all right, it is what it is. Like,
so there was other openers before you?
Yeah. So I just introed Bret, did a song for him like right before he came out. But there were two acts before me or before us. Chris Jansen, who lit it up, like absolute baller.
What type of music is
country?
Okay.
Yeah, his show, watching his show changed the way I approach my show, just because of the way that he had so much control of the situation. You know what I mean? At no point did you ever feel like he wasn't in control. Whereas you know how rap concerts sometimes it's like you're kind of just up there and the crowd's doing whatever they gonna do. He had it like exactly where he wanted them, and that was like it was like sitting courtside at an NBA game and like watching him. You're like, man, he don't miss. You know what I mean? Like, so that was cool.
What do you think is like some of the biggest notes there or whatever that you might have taken away from that? Like how he controls the crowd. Like, is it the way he speaks in between songs?
It's the way he speaks, the timing and the tempo of it. You know what I mean? Like even though we're between songs, there's never really a dead space. So like, like it would be between songs, but a guitarist might still be playing. Or it might be between songs, but like it's just like a quick 2 sentences, how we feeling, and then right into the next song. You know what I mean? So it was more of just like the tempo and the timing of it. On top of like the way that he moved around stage, and projected himself and all of that. Like, it was cool to watch, for sure.
And then you were saying when we last talked, he had asked for you to come, open up again in Detroit. Is that what you're doing in Jersey?
So yeah, I'm going Jersey on Friday, and then on the 14th we're going to Grantville.
Where's that?
Like west or east, like Harrisburg, going towards
Okay.
Harrisburg. I think a little bit past Harrisburg. So they should both be fun.
Are you gonna be doing same? Are you gonna keep the same song?
Same deal. I'm not changing it up. It ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I might change up the delivery a little bit, just to test it out and see what.
Yeah.
But I mean, it ain't broke, so I ain't fixing it.
That's something with, like, for me, stand-up comedy is like my art form that I love to watch that I would never participate in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love studying it. And it's
a lot of the same.
It's a lot of the same stuff, man. You figure out a rhythm that works,
Yeah.
and you just keep finessing it and practicing it and seeing, okay, this little pause here gets their attention, or it holds them like this. And it's the same when you're on stage rapping, like how you're moving, how you're talking to the crowd in between the songs, where you look, like you said, how you dress. Like, too many people, I think, I'm rapping, I just get up there and go.
Yeah,
it's
and
like that's what separates.
So much more to it.
That's what separates an open micer from
a rock
really
star.
like a rock star,
Yeah.
a performer. Is your plan to start doing more like touring, or you're going to focus more on, because you just put your project out? When else but now? Are you going to try to start lining more like tour-ish type shows up, or more extended playing? Or
I want to try and get on a tour, just to commandeer fan bases. You know what I mean? Like, you get on tour, open for somebody, and you put yourself in front of people that you probably wouldn't usually be in front of. And I make good music, and I'm a good time. So, like, obviously, we're not going to leave empty-handed. If you put me on stage in front of people, like, we're going to leave with somebody. But on top of just, like, I want more stage experience. And then I just love being on the road, too. Like, I don't know why. Like, I was, like, the same way, like, in college when I played football, like, loved road games. I just love the feeling of, like, going somewhere with a mission, like, we're gonna conquer this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we step off the bus and everybody knows what time it is.
When I played soccer, it was the same thing. Like, going, especially because it's like you have that energy of, like, I'm about to stomp somebody at their own territory, like right at their, with all their fans there. I want to pull up and embarrass them, and that's like something about that always gives me, like, and that's, I love traveling. I hate sleeping outside of my bed. I don't sleep when I travel because, like, I hate other people's beds.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? My girl thinks I'm crazy. Like, I can't sleep in a hotel, bro. Sheets are tight. They're not comfortable. It's not my bed. But the traveling part, bro, being in other cities, like, just walking, or I don't know, I feel like
with different energies and stuff.
Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just makes me feel like, on the one hand, it's like I feel more free because I don't know any of these people, so nobody's, I don't know, it's like no expectations kind of thing. You know what I mean? And you can kind of just be yourself and just do new things that at home, I don't know, people might be like, I don't know, judge you for, or it might just seem, lame, I guess, or you just might be bored at home. But that's one of my favorite things about just being on the road.
I love being on the road. So that's really the goal, is to just get on tour, make some bread, you know what I mean? But until then, we just gonna keep working, doing what we doing.
Do you have any plans going in, like this? I know we did what, like, just did one song the other day.
What was the other day?
Did we even do a song, or you were just over? Did you do?
Nah, I ain't do a song the other day.
Okay.
We was just vibing.
That's okay. So are you recording new music then, or?
Yeah. I've been recording.
You just don't ever stop.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it was like I've been doing probably a song a week.
Okay.
At like bare minimum, a song a week. Depending on where, because I was traveling and stuff too. It's like when I was in LA last weekend, did 7 songs in the weekend. You know what I mean? So it ends up being like a song a day, but I didn't rap every day.
Yeah. Were you picking your apartment out where you were there?
Yeah,
or just
I was feeling the vibe out, getting an apartment set up.
Where'd you end up getting a spot at?
Beverly Hills.
Fire.
Beautiful. Good little switch up.
Yeah, bro, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
You got any special features or anything lined up? Anybody that you're trying to work with once you get out there, like already on the docket?
Not really. I mean, like, there's people out there that I like know and have worked with in the past that I'm like excited to be in a space to continue to work with. Like I have a song with Bear One Boss.
Yeah.
Would love to get another one in with him or just be around because they're good energy. AG Club. I got the chance to meet Ja from AG Club. Goes by Baby Boy. And they're based out there.
Okay.
So that'd be cool to be able to just vibe out with them, make more music, do cool stuff.
How do you keep on going though? Like working shows, dropping music, stay in the studio. Like how do you not get burnt out? Because for me, I got like 12 good days in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I just go hard, go crazy, and then after that, I need like 24 hours, 48. I just crash.
Yeah. I feel like part of my routine though is taking like the 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta leave and go do something else. Like I'll blow a whole day playing FIFA. You know what I mean? Like I'll blow a whole day playing FIFA, recharge, live life a little bit. Like, all right, let's go to a bar or something. You know what I mean? Because that's when you like, if you're writing songs based on your experience or making beats based on like things you hear and see, like you gotta hear and see shit. You know what I mean? People be on that like because they always say like, oh, like you hear rappers be like, oh, I'm locked in the studio. I will never leave the studio. And I'm like, yeah, but you gonna make the same song over and over again because you've been in the studio for 6 months.
Or the only guys that might be different from that is the guys that have already lived.
They have already lived
lifetimes
crazy
already,
lives.
you know, and they have so much.
And they have stuff to pull from.
Yeah.
Or if you're just a freak rapper, like for instance, like Wayne can say the same thing 9 different ways, and it'll never get old, even though he's telling the same story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, if you trying to tell different stories, bro, you gotta live different stories. So that's why I'm like, whenever I like, my whole deal lately is like, I work hard, but like whenever I don't feel like it, I close the computer and go do something else.
That's the hard.
I just go do something else.
That is hard for me to do because there'll be times for me I'll be sick of looking at the computer, but I'm like, there's some 18-year-old kid out there that's working way harder than me and isn't getting tired, which is like definitely not the right way to do it because I do get burnt out. Yeah, but like, no, taking that break is.
I'd be like, if I force through it, like whatever I make, I'm never gonna drop. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna love it. It's not gonna be. I will say though, I'll force through making beats. Like sometimes you just gotta make a couple bad beats to get it out your system. Yes. But in terms of like writing songs and stuff, like I'll never force writing a song.
Yeah. No, beats is I guess really what I do that most with because it's like I have my goal of we gotta make this many beats today.
Or if you're working with somebody in particular.
Oh, that's the
worst, people have deadlines and stuff, so it's like I'll force it, but like because I don't make bad beats anymore. Like I'm at that point where like a bad beat to me still will land somewhere. Yeah. It's just like whether I like it isn't really important because I'm not rapping on it.
You're not the one rapping on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that is the worst feeling when like you have a block going and somebody's like, I need this now. Yeah, like, or you know, for me it'll be like they sent the deposit and I had all this shit going on and now it's due today and they're like, yeah, I need that, and it's like I got nothing. Or in studio. That's my least favorite. Is it's in studio. I know when the palms of my hands start to get a little wet, you know, a little damp. I'm like, oh, it's over, bro.
I actually don't have much. Like I'd be in studios with people, but like I don't have much experience making beats like on the fly like that.
It's a whole different like. Sometimes it's easy because they know exactly. Like really musically inclined artists will be like, I already got a hook here, and they give you a tempo. Yeah. And once you give me a tempo, and if you got any type of melody to your voice,
we can figure it out.
Because I just put the chords in for it. But like some guys, man, they have the whole everything mapped out. I want the 808 to sound like this, and then put the snare. We're gonna make the snare do this, and it's my job as a piece of cake.
I'm gonna hand him the computer at that point.
Yeah, you got it, bro. I'm gonna just put my headphones on.
Let me know when you're ready to record. I got you.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a challenge, but it's one that's like I don't know. It's worth it. It beats having a regular job
for sure.
You know?
Yeah. I was say like that's the thing I've learned since like graduating or whatever, and I've had like a bunch of time to just dedicate to like not only doing what I want to do, but like doing what like should have been doing if I wanted to pursue this. And it's been super fun. Like, bro, I've been traveling. You know what I mean? Meeting a bunch of new people, working in new places. Like, it's been the greatest thing ever.
Do you ever think about what life would be like if you didn't do music and you just kind of?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Pursue something regular.
Because all of I got a bunch of homies and stuff that like we graduated at the same time. They went and got in the job force. You know what I mean? Like them boys went and got finance. Like people that were like in my degree program and stuff, like have like finance jobs and stuff. So I'm watching them. Like I was in New York the other week with my homie, and like I'm just kicking it he's like, all right, I'm going to work. That boy put a blazer on at 8:30 in the morning and got up out of there. I was like, couldn't be me. I love that for you, but couldn't be me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I always try to explain this to people too. Like, it's a 9 to 5. It's just the other 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like, we're still both working. I just don't have a suit on, and it's dark when I leave the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the same hours. It's the same amount of work, really. So it's like, it is what it is. I would say, like, probably if I worked, like, if I had a more traditional job or whatever, like, it would be, the rest of my life would be easier, probably. It'd be easier to have a routine and stuff, because I don't really have, like, I have a loose routine in terms of, like, this needs to get done today, XYZ, but, like, really it don't, like, stuff just be happening when it happens.
Yeah, who knows? It could switch at the drop of a dime.
You know what I mean? Like,
get a call from somebody.
You have a whole plan and get a call.
And that's
like,
it.
All right.
That happens to me all the, I think that, like, I'll have sessions all day or something, or have no sessions, and I'm like, cool, I'm done for the day. I'm about to just call it and take it easy, and then boom, you get that call, and you're like, well, there goes all that.
There goes the off day.
Yep. But it's worth it though. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Anything like that before we finish up here?
Shout out the label Pressure Made. Shout out the homies SBZ, Big Spider. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Nah,
man.
I appreciate you, bro, for having me. Really.
And like I said, I don't know. I tell everybody, bro, I work with a lot of people. You are one of the most agreeable, easy to get along with artists, man. Like, always positive. Like you were saying the other day, like giving the engineer time to get stuff done. Yeah. So I appreciate you.
You gotta put out good energy to get energy back. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, you got great energy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for coming through,
my guy.
All right, let's get this